Mr. King.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If you could yield me a few minutes into the next round. So I'll just start with this, make the comment. First of all, let me thank Director Comey and Admiral Rogers for being here today and for what I believe has been the cooperation you've always given this committee. So thank you very much for that and for your service. Director Comey, I think we're in a predicament here today. I understand your situation where you can't comment on the investigation, and yet we can have various scenarios laid out which could go on for months and months and months without anyone being able to disprove them until the investigation is completed. I would just like to use the example. For instance, we could have said that in 2012, President Obama was overheard on a microphone telling Medvedev that if I'm reelected, tell Vladimir we can work out better arrangements. We know that he ridiculed candidate Romney in the 2012 election when Romney said that he thought Russia was still a threat. And then in 2013, we saw that basically President Obama invited the Russians into Syria when they've been pretty much removed from the Middle East 40 years before. And also, as far as aid to Ukraine, as far as I recall, the Obama administration always refused to give lethal aid to Ukraine. And it can be argued that the Republican platform in 2016 was actually stronger than the Democratic platform on that. So again, if there was an investigation going on of the Obama administration, we could lay out all these scenarios and say, well, that proves something, or it might prove something. And until the investigation was completed, that type of almost possibly slanderous comments could be made. So I would just, again, if I'm not asking you to hurry the investigation along, you have to do what you have to do. But I guess I could ask you just in the remaining moments I have in this round. I know that, I guess it was just 2 weeks ago, that Director Clapper said that as far as he knows, all the evidence he's seen, there's no evidence of any collusion at all between the Trump campaign and the Russians. Now, obviously, a detailed, exhaustive report was put out talking about Russian influence in the campaign. All of the intelligence apparatus had input into that. Do either you or Admiral Rogers have any reason to disagree with the conclusion of General Clapper that there's no evidence of collusion between the Russians and the Trump campaign?
Mr. King, it's not something I can comment on.
Likewise, I'm not going to comment on an ongoing investigation's conclusions.
But again, you're not going to disagree with General Clapper, you're just not going to comment. And the reason I'm pointing that out is that's sort of the situation, the other way around, that when you can't comment on something, often there's an inference out there that because a person's name is brought implied in that. So that's the problem. I'm not in any way being critical of either of you. I'm just saying this is a situation which I think can be damaging to the country and does advance the Russian interests of trying to destabilize democracy and cause a lack of confidence in our system. With that, I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman yields back.